George Downing was a spy, a diplomat, and a shameless turncoat. He worked in both darkness and light. A secret agent for Oliver Cromwell, an MP and ambassador abroad, he might have seemed the model servant of Protector and Parliament. But one day he would abruptly shift sides to scheme in support of the Stuart Restoration. Born in 1623, Downing spent his formative years in America as a pioneer in colonial Massachusetts. Travelling to the Caribbean just as the use of African slaves was expanding in the English colonies there, he cheered on the wider adoption of slavery with unself-conscious glee. Back in Britain, he played a part in making slaves, of a sort, out of a bedraggled army of Scots, taken prisoner during the Civil War. After switching to the King's side, Downing pioneered the state-sponsored kidnapping nowadays known as extraordinary rendition, had a hand in starting two major wars, and is credited with a crucial role in extracting Manhattan and Long Island from the Dutch, thereby helping to found New York. He was a crafty Janus in a life filled with political intrigue. Yet he is chiefly remembered, when he is remembered at all, for a single speculative property venture undertaken late in life to build a street in London that came to house generations of British prime ministers. In truth, developing Downing Street was one of the less interesting things that George Downing turned his hand to. A scion of one of the founding families of the Massachusetts Bay Colony, Downing was in the first class ever to graduate from Harvard. 3 years later, following other New England Puritans, he sailed back to Britain to take up the Roundhead cause in the English Civil War. Impressed by his abilities, Oliver Cromwell soon appointed Downing head of military intelligence, rewarding his two signature traits: resourceful competence and ruthlessness. Cromwell remained George Downing's patron through the Commonwealth and the Protectorate, sending him on missions around Europe, doubling as diplomat and spy, and Downing in turn remained loyal to the Republic, until the day for treachery arrived. When Charles II was restored to his kingdoms in 1660, it was as if George Downing had simply swapped one patron for another. He surprised friend and foe alike by keeping all the generously rewarded posts he had acquired during the Interregnum and adding a few more under the new dispensation. As it turned out, he had been working both sides of the street for some time. He went on to play a part in the frenzy of royalist revenge that followed the King's return, helping to hunt down the regicides who had signed Charles I's death warrant. Some had been among Downing's friends, patrons and colleagues, yet he was prepared to propel them callously towards the most gruesome executions.